Hello everyone. Today's presentation is going to be about business practices that causes ethical issues in a Apple company. Apple company. Today's most popular technology producer was founded by Steve Jobs. Steve Wozniak also helped him. It happened more than 40 years ago. Apple revolutionary smartphones brought innovations to phone industry in the form of iPhone and turned company into leaders not only the phone industry but whole technology industry by another progress in technology development of their products. The company is renowned worldwide for innovation of major products such as iPads, iPhones, iPod, iMacs, Apple TV, EarPods, and many other devices. The management and the visionary leadership of this company is credited for the unique timeless design of the devices that plays a crucial role in attracting customers for purchasing Apple's products in many cases. Company raised the level in digital business by selling the content through the iTunes Store, iBook Store, Mac App Store, or App Store SM. As the first American company in history of achievement went to the Apple when the market capitalization reached $700 billion, what made nearly double the market capitalization of Google and Microsoft. Lifestyle transforming and enhancing objects is definition of Apple products. Every new Apple product is growing so much excitement when it comes up to its announcement. So it's a really interesting brand. And the Apple product what indicates that brand loyalty has become a faith that embraces millions of people. Reasons for ethical problems. For many corporations, especially for the ones that already reached the top of the international rankings and bears the title of worldwide richest companies, is still challenging to keep a competitive business environment. In order to persist in this market position, it's highly tempting to participate in unethical business practices in order to reducing operating expenses and increasing revenues, resulting in higher profits, thereby beating their industry peers. The most popular way how to decrease expenses cost is to outsource production. Lowering costs in the way of placing manufacturing in undeveloped countries represent benefits of the lower employment costs, cheaper costs for materials, and less strict laws in terms of environmental pollution. Unethical business practices. For the purpose of less strict laws of employment or pollution, attractive prices of employee low minimum wage cost of materials have company manufacturing plants in over 31 countries when a majority are placed in countries of Asia, mainly China, Japan or Vietnam. Workers in Foxconn manufacturers who were working 15 hours per day for a salary of $50 per month compared to working environment to an army. Punishments for not being obedient, even extended overtimes by their supervisors, are stressed and unhealthy working atmosphere. Workers of Foxconn company were accommodated in dormitories. Space in rooms was significantly limited by too many beds and lack of other facilities necessary for hygiene and other personal space and needs. Working conditions in manufacturers such as a lack of proper ventilations, inadequate personnel protective equipment for handling toxic materials, locked safety exits led to serious health defects to the employees. Polluting the nature by using toxic materials caused river pollution in China. Heavy metals like copper and nickel were found in Lake Natiazi, which is close to another Apple's manufacturing partners plant. Many corporations like Apple are using so-called tax havens for the purpose of another cost cutting and therefore taxes evading in a domestic country. Causes of ethical issues. So here I just sum to you the most important causes of ethical issues. You got using of child labor, what I was talking about in a previous slide. Workers in Foxconn work at 15 hours per day for a salary of 50 per month. Workers living in overcrowded dormitories, handling and working with toxic materials without protection. Working tempo and stress caused 14 suicides. It's a bad number for the company, because these 14 suicides happens after the huge pressure for the employees, and it couldn't go this way. And also river pollution in China. Steps towards reputation recovery and setting ethical standards. Such a program represents Apple's commitment to improving the problems in the social, environmental, as well as ethical aspect. Labor and human rights, health and safety, environment, ethics and management systems are included into the document that is updated by the annual report, where they specify what they added to the requirements or what they demanded specific suppliers to accomplish. Excellent ratings in renewable energy and climate change were Apple received for their building of solar and wind farms, not just in the United States but in China as well. Raising salaries for workers, opening up 24 counseling centers, psychiatrists for employees, new dormitories, educational and supervisor training programs to ensure that employees in the factory will not be mistreated. Strictly reduce overtimes were actions took by Foxconn as a response to all critics. Building Apple's facilities that would be powered by clean energy and encouraging their manufacturing partners to use other energy alternatives becomes company's devotion. Clean energy program were program launched for supporting carbon footprint, reduce and should guiding their supply partners to achieve 100% renewable energy as well. Conclusion. Apple quickly decided to address these issues and has initiated new programs to improve problems with their ethical practices. For combating climate change and reducing the carbon footprint, projects should be Apple applauded for powering all their facilities purely on renewable energy and investing a significant amount of financial capital to build facilities to produce renewable energy. Improvements to our employees' working conditions, as well as increasing employee minimum wages or reducing employee overtimes, were made in terms of supplying factories. A lot of effort were proved to fix not only company's reputation, but the increased transparency of the company and set the social responsibility standards. Here's the questions. What sanctions would you impose on Apple after detecting unethical practices? Do you think the company has taken enough action to solve ethical problems? If it were you, would you do more, if anything else? As developing countries don't have strict laws to protect workers, should Apple be the one who sets the laws and standards for its manufacturing partners? That's everything from me. Here's the references, and thank you for the attention, and have a nice day.